Today is Vlogaday 986.
Just look at how much space there is in here. Like, there's enough room for a whole pull-out couch. This is where I slept last night. I didn't realize until this morning that I could have flipped around and the little divider board wouldn't have been in my back. I'm a slow learner, but I'm coming along. Rena's room's back there, which from what I've seen is also massive. The bathroom is the size of my entire apartment, and the kitchen is also the size of my entire apartment. And look at that, the ceilings are way, look at that. That's fancy. This whole apartment is just fancy. Look, I hit my head on the water heater this morning, right here. That didn't feel very good, but all in all, this entire apartment rent costs about as much as my place would cost, and that's not too shocking, but it's kind of shocking. Paris prices are kind of high. You probably know what I'm gonna do already today based on the title and thumbnail, whatever came before me talking here this morning, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet today for sure. I'm gonna go get coffee, obviously, for sure. I wanna see a couple of things. I'm only here for a couple of days. I really just came to see Rena. I haven't seen her in basically a year, and the temptation is to go find some Space Invaders in the next town over, because there is a town over that's by the ocean, which would be really nice to see the ocean as well, and has Space Invaders. I think I'm winning myself over to the idea. Let's get coffee first, and then we're gonna find out what we do from there. The nice thing about walking around a new city like this is Bordeaux already feels very different to Paris to me. Like the way that the streets are paved, the architecture. Cool, my camera just randomly stopped recording as it's been prone to do lately. It's really, really fun. What I was trying to say is that like Bordeaux feels very, very different in and of itself. It's like feels less crowded, the architecture feels different, there are fewer cars. I mean, everybody's walking out in the middle of what is ostensibly street territory. It's really nice, makes it feel smaller, village-like almost in a way. Just checking to make sure that it's still recording. But I don't have a lot of time here. And it's one of those things where it's like, I wish I had more time to explore, to stumble on nice little squares like this, to keep wandering. And I'm gonna, found myself on the wrong side of a barrier for the first time. And in finding coffee here this morning, I know there's a bunch, I just walked by like 3 coffee roasters. I'm going to the place that Rena suggested. Like there's just so many things to try and to check out. And I want to do that. We'll have to come back. That's the nice part about just getting your feet wet is you get it. Sure when my camera stopped recording there again. I'm gonna try and say this quickly. The whole point is getting your feet wet is really nice. Come see it quickly and then bounce on out and come back with an idea of what you want to see and where you want to go, because you've already got a taste for it and you know you're gonna enjoy it. Did it record all of that? Yes, it did. Anyways, this looks and feels very different than Paris. Little alleyways like this. Actually, the city just feels kind of older and closer. Whew, and pigeonier. Not pigeoneer, actually, there are more pigeons in Paris. Definitely want to come back and see more of Bordeaux. If you couldn't tell by the way I'm talking, I don't have a lot of time here, so we'll get what we get out of it, and then we'll just have to make a return trip. There's scrambled eggs in this. Well, that was delicious. I love ham and cheese croissants, but a ham and cheese croissant with eggs? Never had that before. Scrambled eggs, and oh my gosh, it was so delicious. Pia, if you couldn't tell because I'm already a long ways away from it, I tried recording all this once before and guess whose camera betrayed him? The joys. So I'm gonna, sum up everything I just said one more time. Basically, the bad news is, one, Rena's not out, if you couldn't tell. Wind now. The conditions were perfect a minute ago. And sirens. We're just gonna go ahead and wait. I walked it off. We're good. The bad news, and then the wind crops back up. just can't win today. The bad news is that, of course, if you haven't been able to tell, Rena's not with me because she is getting her master's in supply chain here in Bordeaux and has projects she's got to work on. So she's at school right now, and then this evening she's going to take me to like a school party of some sort. So don't know that I'm going to be able to film that, but that's okay. Figured I'd at least wander around, enjoy the sights of Bordeaux. The other bad news, which should probably be obvious by now, is that I'm not going to Cap Ferret to find Space Invaders because it is a long ways away. Like, no trains to get there, you have to rent a car. Don't have time for this nonsense, unfortunately. I would love to. I really want to get out there, but I guess we'll just have to come back to Bordeaux someday and hunt Space Invaders then. So I figured, might as well just wander around Bordeaux, see the sights, grab a couple of really nice little photos, and then that is actually what I was actively looking for right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so let's explore. This church is St. Andre, the Cathedral of Bordeaux, and it's kind of interesting how it's laid out. Like, the fanciest parts are on the sides, or the crossbars of the cathedral, and not the far ends, which is what I would kind of more expect. And entering through the side, nice, right under the rose windows. They said that this is comparable to Notre Dame, which it is in a lot of ways, feels like it, but definitely very different at the same time. Really need to go inside. Anywho, on to the next something or other. I don't know, I gotta keep walking. So a quick stop over at the big bell here in Bordeaux, the Grosse Cloche. I think it sounds more German, Grosse Cloche. I have no idea how they actually say it locally, but it's one of the oldest belfries in the country and weighs over 7 metric tons. It's a really big bell. Looks like you can't even go in. That's unfortunate. It looks beautiful. Definitely looks a little bit older, more worn, maybe a little worn down. The fence is completely rusted out. On that other side where you've got the path that goes underneath the flowering tree, that actually looked really cool. This is like more like fantasy inspiration than being in the middle of a big square, I think, personally. If you're thinking about, inspiration for fantasy books, which I do occasionally, or a lot. Anyways, let's find lunch. Found a Vietnamese restaurant with tables in the sun, but there's no table left. She said I could move this table into the sun. I'll move my own table, it's fine. It was nice, but I've been waiting for almost an hour for my catching up on YouTube at least. That's good.
Désolé pour l'attente.
Ouais. Merci. An hour later, at least it looks good, but my view has been destroyed by flea market truck number 7. Well, despite being the slowest service in the world, at least they were really nice. As you might see around me, while I waited, the entire flea market packed up and left, which is pretty impressive when you take a moment to think about it. I don't know flea markets to be that fast moving. I was gonna walk through it for you and share it after I ate, because I was, hungry, wanted to eat, but here's the last of it, getting loaded up right here. There goes a fan. If you wanted that fan, it's too late. You can get that sweet chair though. Or even that stair shopping trolley. Ugh, that was a lot of sunshine for me too. I gotta ease into the sun a little bit more than that. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can find, by memory, a craft beer place that I saw yesterday when Rena was showing me around a little bit. We'll go see the river, grab ourselves a beer, relax, and then maybe, you know, wrap it up somewhere around there. We'll find out. Timing fail, they're closed. Let's see when they open. It's a nice day to go for a walk. I can walk for a little bit farther. I'll find something, but this is the one I wanted to see if I could find on my own, and I did. Look, they even have a to-go window. How handy. Okay, that was a mistake, but a delicious mistake to eat it like that. I got sugar all over myself, but well, I didn't find the beer I wanted. One of the nice things I'm trying to be better about is just stopping and enjoying little snacks along the way. Usually I starve myself until it's far too late, and I should have already eaten like twice. This is a great way to stop in though. For €2, grab a delicious pastry. Portuguese, not Borderland, but can't all be Borderland in the end, can it? Well earned. She's so sleepy. But she's been taking a nap for almost too long. Made it back in one piece. She is a little sleepy bear from all of her schooling, but anyways, we're gonna go out here in a minute, so I'll probably wrap it up here for today. Hope you had a great day wherever it is you are. I know she had a wonderful time in school. She had such a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for another adventure on top of today.